Eleanor. And then, whoosh, buddy. Hey guys, hi, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Steven. I'm talking kind of quiet because this place is pretty busy. I am going to be thrifting today. I really had no plans on filming anything today, but I popped into a Goodwill after my fantastic recovery meeting this morning, and I popped into one of my favorite Goodwills on Sahara. I haven't found much, but I picked up these two things, and this is kind of a lesson in terms of thrifting. If you see something that looks kind of weird and a little crazy, maybe a little strange, but surprisingly high quality, case in point, these little buildings. They're little, I don't know if they're resin or if they're ceramic or something, but they're little buildings and an archway to something. And they're little miniature buildings. And I'm like, they look really weird, but they're super high quality. And I saw the name Gault, G-A-U-L-T, France on the side there. So I did a quick look up, and yeah, these sell really well for each individual piece. $5.99 minus 20%, of course, with my senior discount, and $7.99. I wouldn't normally pick these up if they were garbage, but I have a good feeling about these things, so we'll pick those up. I found a great kitchen knife, an 8-inch knife for $5, minus 20%, of course, for myself. And I found this mug. This is my Hallmark Christmas movie watching mug. It's 99 cents. It's in fantastic shape. Looks like it's never been stirred with a spoon. But I have a friend at work who loves Hallmark Christmas movies, and I thought this would be hysterical to go along with a Christmas ornament I got recently for her. She understands the value of thrifting, and she's not put off by thrifted gifts. But I think this is going to be hysterical. But this is all I found. Although, what's that over there? So I put the mug back because while my friend does not mind thrifted items, I don't know if she wants to put a thrifted item to her mouth. You know, it's a very different experience wearing a thrifted shirt versus like putting it in your mouth. It's a very different thing. I don't mind, but I don't know about her, so I left that mug there. I'm gonna pop over to the Goodwill on Fort Apache and Flamingo because that's a place where I frequently find very nice items. That Goodwill is super hit or miss, the one on Sahara. Super hit or miss. You find things or you just walk out empty-handed completely. So I got the knife, I got the little thing from my friend. I'm not mentioning what it is because she might actually watch my channel. I don't know if she does or not, but I don't want to ruin the surprise. But I got these little houses, and I'm super excited about them. Online, some of these are listed at like $120, but in reality, they sell for maybe $35, $40 a piece frequently. So I'm fine with that. If I can sell each of these for like $25 after spending $4.50, yeah, that's fine with me. All right, let's go to the Flamingo Goodwill. All right, the shelves are very light. There's not a lot here. You can kind of see. There are a lot of YouTube channels that they'll stop and go along and pick up and touch everything and show you everything, and that's not me. I'm typically just going to pick up something I like and then show you later once I accumulate everything that I want to get. And I'm not seeing much. On the very bottom, this looks like a Hager piece. Which, yeah, I think it is. I don't see a sticker, but it looks like Hager. I used to collect it, but I've had a lot. Here's my temptation. These are pieces by Dansk, D-A-N-S-K, and I am weak for Dansk. This is the Bistro collection. I was going to get this, but there's chips all along the edge. This is a casserole that I just love. Look at those handles. They want $20, which I think is reasonable, but it's chipped really badly here, so I'm going to leave it. I love this little pedestal bowl. They want $10 for it. I'll have to look that up, see if it's worth buying. This teapot's super cute. No damage, but it's a bad teapot. It's a bad design. Don't tell Dansk, but this is a really poorly fitting lid. And when you pour, you have to hold on to this lid because there's nothing, there's no contraption to stop this from just literally tipping off. So you have to do too much work to pour from this. It's really poor design for a teapot, but I like this little pedestal bowl. So I'm gonna look that up. I'm gonna leave it. I am tempted because I love it, but I don't need it. It's too small for a real fruit bowl, and I don't know what I would do with it. Plus, it would only start me collecting this whole line, and that's just a road I don't need to go down. Ugh, look how vile these are. I love Cole Haan. I mean, and it's a great product line, but boy, could they have made an uglier show? Orthopedic beige with this solid heel. Oh my God, those are hideous. I actually like this polo shirt. I rarely wear polo shirts, but I think that's kind of fun. It's just that it's just filthy around the collar. So this wasn't dry cleaned, or the guy that wore this wore foundation. As a last ditch, I'm going through neckties. I actually like this one. It's actually Halston 3, and it's really tragic what happened to Halston, but it's a nice tie. Hey there, hi. So I left that Goodwill empty-handed. I was deliberating over that one piece, that dance piece, I think. But you know, it didn't really inspire any great feelings, so I left it on the shelf. I was in the store maybe 10 minutes. I'm gonna head down to the Goodwill on Eastern, which is kind of around on the way home, but not really. But there's a Salvation Army here, and I'm never in Salvation Army. I like to focus on hard goods, and this place focuses more on clothing, but we'll check it out since I'm driving past. Yeah, let's go inside. Oh, it's very neat. Let's go back and look at hard goods way back there. Then I'll look at clothing real quick, and I have a bunch of ties over there. You know, I like to buy neckties. Yeah, this place just has, it's honestly just garbage. It's just garbage. The only thing that made me pause was a really poorly treated Pyrex bowl, but yeah, that's just garbage here. Well, that was unpleasant. You know that feeling when you're in a thrift store and you have to wipe your hands off on your jeans after touching something? You know? That was the entire store. Oh, even every piece of clothing I picked up felt gross. I'm not sure if, I don't know why Goodwill's better with clothing, but everything in there was just left a bad taste on my fingers. That sounds even worse. All right, let's go to Goodwill. All right, let's hope we find something in this Goodwill after the drive. There was a lot of traffic for some reason, so I hope I find something cool in here. Outfit of the day. This is a Keith Haring pattern shirt with my denim jacket, my little Jonathan Livingston Seagull little brooch here, and I'm wearing these shoes, these platform loafers that I love, and I'm wearing my vintage glasses as well, so I feel like I'm kind of just jumping out of the 80s. I got a couple messages. Oh, thanks. I got a couple messages from Daniel, and there were a couple comments under the comment section of my video, and I got an email. What's this? From people who were expressing concern for me after the plane crash at Ronald Reagan Airport. Look at this. It's like a lampshade or something. It's very pretty. But they sent, a lot of people have reached out to see how I'm doing after the plane crash, and I'm good. You know, I'm shaken because, I mean, it's in the industry that so many people lost their lives. Tragic. I don't know we'll ever find out why this happened, but hopefully there's some understanding as to how it can, you know, not happen again, because apparently that airport is so close to military aircraft as well, so I don't know. But there's two things that I look for silver linings even in situations like this. I try to look for something that allows me to get past the tragedy. And the two things I think of right now is, it's not pretty, but the mass of the helicopter was like 13 tons. This aircraft full of beautiful people, and it happened like at 150, 180 miles an hour, this collision. It had to have happened so fast as to not give anybody... I just wouldn't want to be like afraid if the plane was, you know, dropping. I wouldn't want that prolonged terror of what's going to happen. And then, you know, that hopefully, I'm just hoping it happened instantly and that no one suffered. That's what my hope is, that it happened so quickly and so violently that hopefully no one had a chance to be afraid. And secondly, as horrible as it is that it happened, it only further illustrates how safe the airline industry is, and that it has been years since we've had a commercial crash or anything like this. I think since 2009, there have been some smaller crashes, of course, with smaller planes and things. But in terms of the commercial industry, it's been since 2009, I think, that there's been something. So hopefully this just illustrates how safe the industry is. Like how many hundred millions of flights have happened since. Those are the things I'm holding on to make it less, it's not less tragic, but less painful to hold on to, you know. All right, let's get out of my head here and find something here at Goodwill. Why am I in purses? There's nothing here. Okay, you can see there's just absolutely nothing on the... What the hell is this? Wow. Okay. Beyond oddities, there isn't much on the shelves to look at. Yeah, garbage. Spray painted. Oh. Handmade. Awful. Yeah, nothing to look at. Nothing here. I saw a new car come out and I just chased it down to grab this. It's Monopoly of the Walking Dead. $6 minus 20%. And some of them sell for like $30 or $40, but I really don't know if I want to go through all the effort of listing and selling this big thing for, you know, to make 10, 15 bucks after fees and taxes and stuff. So I'm going to put it back. Someone will be very, very happy to get this. I'll put it up here. Alrighty, so I left my second Goodwill empty-handed. I could have purchased that game, but, you know, bringing it home, soaking the price tag off with a little bit of water, taking photographs, listing it, boxing it, shipping to make $15? I don't think so. So I left it at this store. I am done for the day, I think. 2 Goodwills, finding nothing, and I'm approaching rush hour, so I'm really not in the mood to drive around Vegas in the traffic to find some things at Goodwill. Tomorrow I might hit Broadacres, which is a outdoor swap meet kind of thing. I might hit that, or I might hit another Goodwill. My friend Marianne wants to go thrifting, so maybe we'll do that together tomorrow, or I'll just do it by myself. I don't know. But yeah, it's been a nice day, but I'm gonna go back home to the cats, make a little dinner, and there we go. So I will see you soon. Today, tomorrow, sometime soon. All right? Bye. Oh. There is a sparrow outside. I'm not sure if you can see it. But he is like chittering. Well, he's making little wah, 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 wah noises. He never really makes those noises. Eleanor, who has now been captured by her attention here, she is the chitterer. There's the bird. Boy, the cats really want that little sparrow. Buddy is poised. Oh, yeah, it's right outside the door. I don't know if you can see it. It's hopping around back there, but the cats are very excited. I'm glad they're entertained. Oh, I distracted Eleanor. So I popped upstairs to my little desk area that I've set up where I can take photographs of items for eBay, where I package up my eBay sales. And I started to do a little research in these little figurines that I got. I knew them immediately by the weight, by the finish, by the details to grab them and put them in my cart. And I'm glad I did. In researching, I found they are made by a company called Galt. You'll see here. They're made in France, and you'll see the year it was manufactured and the initials of the person who mainly worked on this piece. So doing a little research, they started making these in the year 1985, I guess, as souvenirs. People were buying paintings of buildings. They were buying postcards, but they weren't buying a lot of souvenirs. So some fellow, an artist and an architect of some kind, started making these little figurines, and they're beautiful, beautiful little things. And originally made in clay, you can see that color there, made in something called Limoges clay. At the end of their manufacture, which I think is the early 2000s, they were using resin to make them, which definitely feels different, but they're really, really neat little figures. I'm doing some research and finding out what year they were made, any identification numbers, the initials of the artists, and so on. There's two of them, well, there's four of them, but two pair that have some similarities in terms of, like, this one and this one are both called the Hotel Leon Bianco, but they both have slightly different facades, as you'll see, and they both have slightly different rooftops, as you'll see as well. So I'm making note of the differences here so I can write my descriptions accurately online. But let's see. So this one, the Hotel Bianco with the red banner, was made in 2003. That's the newest of them. The one with the green banner was made in the year 2000. This pair, you'll see they both have sort of a trapezoidal roof. Say that 3 times fast. They both have a trapezoidal sort of rooftop made in these little details. This one, as I found, is from the year, what year does that say? 2000. Oh, yeah, 2000. This one does not have a year on it, and the marking is a little different. So I came to find that this piece, out of all of them, is the oldest. This one was made somewhere between 1985 and 1989. So I'm kind of hoping this one has a little bit more value. There are slight differences in terms of how they're painted, but I just love see the little roses crawling up the side and the way that the bricks are exposed from the plaster facade. I just think that's so neat. But yeah, so I'm doing a little research to find out how I can accurately describe them in an eBay post and give as much information to collectors as I can so that they can find the piece they want and make them seem a little bit more, well, honestly, more valuable. But this is another example of a pair that have some similarities. They're both gelaterias, so like an ice cream shop kind of thing. But they both have slightly different facades, as you'll see. This one has more greenery. This one has a recessed sort of balcony sort of area. The treats in the window, I have to look at those. Hold on one sec. My goodness. All right, so using this loop, I'm so glad I have this. The little treats that you'll see in the windows of the gelaterias are actually hand-painted. I thought they were decals, but they're actually hand-painted. That's really wild. But so, yeah, and this one has little hand-painted flowers in the window. So neat. So I'm going to do a little research on eBay and see how much these sell for, and then I'll list a couple. All right, in doing some more research on eBay, it's hard really to find prices for these individually, as most of the ones that are listed by Galt are of the J. Carlton collection, which was a made-up name by Dominique, who, I don't know, it's a long story, but most of those were made of resin, I think, and these are all made of that Limoges clay. I'm finding a similar piece as this tower listed at $60, something like that. So I'm thinking of listing each of these between 40 and 60. This one, the oldest of them, I might list this a little bit higher because it is it's much older and closer to the original pieces. So I'm going to list that a little bit higher, I think. But I think I'm going to list these each at 40 to 60, unless I find pieces that have sold in similar styles for much higher. Then I'm going to list those a little bit higher. All right, so the lighting here, not good. Sorry, it's usually idealized for taking photographs on this desktop behind me, not for taking videos in my bedroom. And as I say that out loud, that is not good. Let's just skip past taking videos in my bedroom. It's just me and the cats anyway. That would be a really that would be a bad movie, wouldn't it? Let's just shush. So how much am I going to charge for these items? What am I going to list as a starting price, either for auctions or bids? I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do. I mean, auctions or buy now. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do. Probably buy now. So I'm going to do a quick search on eBay for Galt products or Galt miniature houses, France maybe, and then I'm going to put a minus sign and then the word Carlton. Apparently Dominique, whoever she was in the company history, I don't know, she created, later on in the manufacture of these pieces, a collection called J. Carlton. And these pieces are predominantly, from what I understand, cast in resin rather than clay, as the pieces I have are. And those pieces many times were cast in China and then painted in France. So I wanted to make a quick distinction in terms of what I find in my search results, to really kind of focus it more towards the high quality pieces that weren't cast in China when I'm looking at price points. Then I'm going to go up to the top of that screen, click on filter. Scroll down, you'll see more options. Click on that, and then look down. You're going to see the word sold. Click on that, and then you'll see all the pieces that have sold in the last 90 days in that search parameter that I created. And the pieces, the prices range between, I'd say on average, maybe $35, $40 up to $100 and change per piece. So I'm going to, I think, set an average of maybe $45, $60 for most of the pieces. The oldest one that's from the late 80s, that might be one of the original pieces, I'm not quite sure. It's number 500 and something. I might list that a little bit higher, like $85 maybe, and see what happens. Or I could just list them all at like something 60 to 80 and then take offers. But I don't want to take an offer that's lower than, say, $45. Is that making any sense? So that's how I'm going to figure out how much I want to list these things and how much money I'm hoping to make from them. I paid $14 for both baggies full of these houses, minus 20%. That's like that's $11 and $11.25, something like that. So for 11 change, hopefully I can make a couple $100. That would be very nice, wouldn't it? So I don't know if these are long tail items or not. Long tail meaning they're going to hang around for a long time till someone accidentally finds them. But a fair number of these pieces have sold over the last 90 days. So I have some hope that they'll sell. So I'm probably going to maybe take a few pictures tonight and then do the listing tomorrow or the day after. Because I've already spent so much time unpacking, cleaning, doing some research on the company name, the brand name, the manufacturer, some of the artists. It's taken a fair amount of time. Never mind taking the photographs and then finding pieces and then copying some of the listings and then posting. It's just a lot of work. It's a lot of work. At this point, packaging them up and shipping them seems like the least amount of work I'm going to have to do for these things. I do have the perfect boxes for these things. They're roughly about this big, so they're perfect size. I don't have to go shopping for packaging, so that's great. So I'm going to take some pictures, and I'll see you hopefully after I have some of these listed. All right. Eleanor wants to help me with taking photos. Right, honey? Oh, yeah. Oh. Yeah. Maybe I should take... No, I don't think the future owner would like to see my cat next to the item, just in case. There will be no cat hair on these pieces, I promise. You like it up here, Eleanor? Want to get down? Want to get down? No? Oop. Okay. Oh, I think you're going to get cozy. You're going to get cozy right here. Really, Eleanor, you got to let me work. All right. Let me get over there. All right, I'm coming in. I'm coming in for the belly. Oh, what's that on your belly? What's this? Piece of carpet. I got your belly. I got your belly. Your fluffy belly. Okay. All right. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There's Buddy. He heard us having fun. He had to come and ruin it. Hey guys, hi. It's dark, isn't it? Well, that doesn't really help much, does it? It's probably best you don't see me. I am not wearing clothes, and I'm not that cute without clothes on. So it's probably best for everybody you can't see me. It is weird talking to a black screen, though. But I can't wait until tomorrow morning to tell you what happened tonight. So today, you saw me purchase those miniature houses by a company called Galt. Now, I knew nothing about these things, but I just knew that they were nice. So I picked them up, I bought them, and I think I paid $11 and change for all 10 of the houses, right? So I get home, gave the cat some love, blah, 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 and I'm listing the houses. I listed 5 of them, and I got a message from somebody who saw the listings. They got attention real quick, and they said, hey, you know, I saw your pieces. You have them listed very, very high. I'm interested in, I would give you $80 for 5 of the houses. And I thought for a moment, well, $80 for an $11 investment doesn't sound too bad. So I thought about it. And then I said, you know what? Thank you for your attention to the listings, but I'm going to let them sit for a while. And I said, these pieces are not the resin pieces that came later. They're the original. So I'm going to let them sit for a while. And I thanked them for their attention. I went back to my listings and I dropped the price on some of them to $60, $70, and one for like $100. So I did drop the prices a little bit to make them more approachable. And they that person messaged me again saying, I see your prices, but you know, I'm still interested in 5 of them for $80. And I'm like, thank you. I'll just let them sit, but you take care. And I finished listing all 10 of the things probably 15 minutes ago before I got in bed. I get in bed, I'm giving Buddy a little scratch, a little love, and I hear my phone go ka-ching, and I'm like, what, really? Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. I know this is weird. I'm talking to a black phone going ka-ching. 6 of those damn houses sold in over the, I mean, I listed them probably, I don't know, I started listing them maybe 3 or 4 hours ago, but 6 of them sold. One of them I just finished listing about 15-20 minutes ago. All 6 of them sold to an international buyer in Germany. Come on! I'm so excited. I paid $11 for 10 of them, and I think I'm gonna get, like, right now I think it's $300 and something, almost $400 for these things that I got so far. I just have to ship them out, but I couldn't wait till tomorrow morning to tell you. I hope it's not too weird me talking it to you in the dark, but I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna roll over and get to sleep if I can, and I will see you later. So excited. Guys, I know I'm talking to a dark screen again, but I just tried to turn over and go to sleep. And maybe 20 minutes has gone by, 25 minutes has gone by. And then I hear my phone go ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. No, I'm not sneezing. That's my phone going ka-ching 3 more times. 9 of the 10 items that I listed tonight sold. 9 of the 10. I don't even know how much money this is. Like $600, something. But yeah, 9 of the 10 things sold, all to the same person in Germany. So I have to ship these pieces to Indiana or something, and then they get shipped from there to the buyer in Germany. But my mind is blown. So I'm going to try and wake up a little early and go to that same Goodwill where I bought those and hope that they put more out. Wouldn't that be amazing? And then go to my recovery meeting at 10 o'clock. But that's my goal, is to wake up a little early and go see if they have more of those things. Because sometimes they just don't put everything out at one time. But, wish me luck. I'll see you tomorrow bright and early. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, hello, hello. Do I seem chipper? You betcha. Because 9 of those 10 things that we listed last night sold. Like, as you may have seen me last night, you may not have seen me because I was in the dark. But yeah, 9 of the 10 sold. The 10th one is a little teeny one that isn't terribly interesting compared to the other pieces. But the buyer messaged me this morning asking if I had any more. So I'm at Goodwill where I got those last ones, just hoping to find more. If there's some more sitting in those little baggies, I'd be very, very happy. Let's find out. First thing I see is this Eeyore cookie jar. I love Eeyore. I love him, but I don't need a cookie jar at all. It looks like they restocked a little bit since yesterday, but let's look and see if they have any more of those buildings. I don't see any. Little trinket boxes are cute, but nope, I don't see any. Oh, bummer. Well, I'll continue looking just in case there's somewhere else. What's that? No. Oh, well. They're not here. I should just stop looking. All right, so we'll take another quick peek around. Help me not buy a cookie jar. This is the first time I've ever found Yadro in Goodwill. And it's just called Girl Feeding the Ducks, which is sweet, but they want $60 for it, which is about $5 less than you can buy it on eBay. So it's staying right here in the store for some other person. So I like these stained glass lanterns. They only want $3 for these, but I don't need them. I don't even have a window I can put them in without the cats like hitting at them. So I'm gonna leave them here for somebody. All right, no luck. Womp womp. I'll have to accept just the hundreds and hundreds of dollars I'm making off that one sale. I'm gonna go to my meeting. It starts at 10 o'clock. It's exactly 9:29. So let's go get sober for another hour. And I might actually swing back here just in case later on, in case they're still putting stuff out, because it can't hurt. Hey guys, hi. All right, so it's a great morning. First, I had those sales, obviously. But in 19 minutes, my home group begins. And it's the last Saturday of the month. And that is when we celebrate anybody who had an anniversary of sobriety during the course of the month. And there's cake, and there's coffee, and there's love, and there's great stories, and there's recovery from alcoholism, and it's the best. And I just love my home group. Now, our meeting is daily at 10 o'clock. So whenever I'm in Vegas, I go. There's also meetings in the same location at 7 a.m., 10 a.m., 11:30 on weekends. There's a 3 o'clock meeting, and there's a 5 o'clock meeting, 7 days a week. So if you're ever in Las Vegas and you need a recovery meeting, that focuses on like the 12 steps, and you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, come on down. It's our meeting place. So I'm very excited. I think we're celebrating somebody's anniversary this this month. If not, there's cake anyway. today is also another anniversary that's definitely more somber, but also beautiful. In that my friend Marcus, my best friend Marcus, messaged me today saying, hey, I'm just thinking about you and your grandma. And it reminded me of what today was. I had totally forgotten. I don't know how, but my grandmother passed away today. I think it was 20 years ago. She died. I got sober in 2002. She passed away after I celebrated 2 years. So yeah, it's been 20 years that she's passed away. It's crazy. It's been 20 years. I was so young. But yeah, so it's a beautiful anniversary. It's somber, of course, because she was everything to me. If you know my story, she saved my life. When I had to leave my mother because of the animal that she was, and I was finally old enough to have some agency of my own, and I fled, saving my life. I didn't ask my grandmother. I just showed up on her doorstep from Germany. It's a long story as to how I got there. And she took me in. You know, she just raised 4 children of her own. My grandfather didn't want... He loved me, but he didn't want me in the house. Who wanted another teenager in the house after raising 4 kids? But my grandmother, you know, she's Italian. The first grandson in an Italian household can walk on water. I could do no wrong. Which is why she suffered for so long, because before she died, I was sober for 2 years, but before that, she saw me hurt myself, hurt other people. She saw me hit bottom and drag anchor, as they say. I was in such pain for so long, and that just killed her. I've disappointed her enormously. I hurt her feelings enormously, and I tried to make amends for the 2 years that she was alive after I got sober, but it still weighs on me how much I disappointed her. But she passed away 20 years ago. And I said it's also a beautiful anniversary in that when she did go, it was one of the darkest days of my life. I can still think about crying about that now. But as dark as it was, there was, in those 2 years that I was sober, we became even closer than we possibly could have. And there was no word unsaid. No love had escaped us. We were like black holes for love, in that we absorbed each other's affection and caring and love like we never could have, I think, in any other circumstance. So when she did finally pass, as horrible as it was beautiful in that she was going on to what she believed was heaven, and she had a firm belief in heaven, and if any woman ever belonged in heaven, it's my grandmother. And she was going to see her husband again. And that's all she wanted. I think the last 5 years of her life, she just was waiting to go. You know, she just wanted to see my grandfather again. So as much as it was hard to let her go, I knew that she had this unshakable faith that she was going to be seeing her husband again. And that's all she wanted. That's all she wanted. One of my friends here at the meeting yesterday was talking about how upset she is that her mother is dying. Her mother has cancer. It's pretty bad. And her mother is dying. And she was in a rage over it, yelling at me, mad at the doctors, mad at her mother for not following up and taking care of herself. And mad, rage. And we had a chance, and I had this slight chance to try to offer condolences, because I know how hard this is, but also just a bit of my experience, and that the greatest pain in situations like this is the grasping. It's the holding on. It's the not letting go of someone when they just want to go. The hardest part, the greatest amount of pain, is in the not letting go, the not having the ability to relinquish something or somebody to their own will or their higher power's will. So the greatest pain for me was was grasping, and the beauty came in letting go. Does that make any sense? I want to cry. Blah, 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 blah. All in a video about me selling something on eBay. All right, let's go into my meeting. And then I'm going to hit that same Goodwill again after the meeting, just in case they restocked and stuff like that, because I can't let go of the opportunity. And then, you know, of course, I'll go to another thrift store, but I'll see you later. Hey, guys. Great meeting as usual. A new person to our group, celebrated 2 years sober, so that was very exciting. And a good meeting, you know, pretty much everyone was sharing, you know, great news or great experiences or good stories or happy endings. And I shared about my own thoughts, and it was a really fun meeting, a good meeting. And then someone I have come to really respect and I just adore, shared that, I guess back in 2015 or something, he was told he had some sort of lesion or something on one of his lungs. It didn't really grow or do anything, but now apparently a couple of days ago, they found another one on the other lung and something on his liver. And he's relatively new in sobriety. And it's just scary. It's scary. So it's also a good reminder, you know, everyone in the room is like, yay, sunshine lollipops, sunshine lollipops. And it's hard to remember that someone right next to you might be suffering, you know, and terrified. So it's just one more reminder, like, just because I'm in a good spot doesn't mean I don't have to continue to be compassionate and aware of other people's needs. I know. This is stuff I should already know, right? I'm an adult. But I just have had to practice that more often. So he had to run off with his sponsor. So I didn't have a chance to give him my number, but I'll see him tomorrow. So I just offered, you know, because he rides a little electric e-bike. And it's winter in Vegas, but, you know, in the course of a few weeks, it'll start getting hot again. And just to see if he needs any help, even just getting around or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But I just feel bad. Feel bad for him. But we're going to rush over to Goodwill one more time just to see if they put any stock out. Usually they do about 10 o'clock in the morning. So I want to see if they threw anything out there that I want, that I can resell. I almost bought those stained glass lamps. I don't need them. I don't even know where I would put them. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Let's go back over to that store. And I might hit that one on Flamingo again too, because who knows, they may have put stock out. I keep talking when I mean to keep just going on. I'll see you soon. I'm back at Goodwill just to walk in, see if they have anything new on the shelves real quick, because I want to find more of those buildings. And I just walked past a dying pigeon, and if you know me, you know how much I love pigeons. All right, let's see if they have anything. I couldn't look too closely at the bird because I think it's suffering. But let's see if we have any of those damn little buildings. I'm just hoping. I mean, they're not going to be here, but it can't hurt to try. If you're a reseller, you know what I'm talking about. No, that's all right. I'm going to do one quick walk around because they did restock some, and then I'm off. I love votive holders, and I think these are very sweet. This one's got a little chip at the top, but I wouldn't be selling it. It'd just be for me, and they're just 99 cents a piece, so I'm going to get these. I like these. I can't get too excited. Don't get too excited, Steven. Look in here. Look at that. Does anyone know what this is? Do you know what this is? This is by Blenko. It's their famous... Oh, I shouldn't get too loud. With a pretty old Blenko sticker. $6 minus 20%. No damage. Hot diggity dog. So excited. I need a cart. This piece, which looks more pink on camera, in person it's more peach, almost. Do you remember back in the 70s when there was that flesh-colored crayon that wasn't really flesh-colored? It's that color. And I think it's Hager. It's $6, but I don't have room for it, and I stopped collecting Hager pieces a long time ago. All right, I feel much better about coming back to this store for the second time today after finding that Blenko piece. It is signed. It's from 2001. Let me show you. I was in the store. I had this Blenko piece in my hand. It was $6 minus 20%. It is sandblasted Blenko over here somewhere, but it's also signed right here. It's signed, is it Roland Blenko? 2001. I think this is emerald green. The colors they use each year are very, very specific and limited. I think this is emerald green. It's very dense. If you know some of these water bottles, sometimes they're thinner, sometimes they're thicker. They are mouth blown. They're blown into a wooden mold. They soak the molds in water, then they'll blow the glass and put it into a mold, so you find this regular pattern and shape. There are seams on the side, which makes people think it's machine made, but it's blown into a mold with two halves. That's why you find a seam there. But it is mouth blown. It is fantastic. It was $6. I did get those two little votive holders. While I was in the store, I'm holding the Blenko in my hand like it's a school book in my arm. And this guy comes up and says, "Oh, is that, I like your Blenko, or a good piece of Blenko you have there." I was in the zone. I wasn't in a human being zone. I was in the search and find zone. So I didn't respond as I should have, like a nice person. So I was like, "Yeah, thanks." Yeah. And very dismissive. And the guy goes, "Oh, congratulations on your sale." I'm like, "What sale?" He's the Glassy Baby sale. I'm like, "Huh, how did you know?" He says, "I watch all your videos." I have to just remember to be a nice person all the time, because you never know. Just even if they don't watch my channel, I should just be a nice person. I wasn't mean, but I wasn't as nice as I could have been. His name is Leo, and he was very, very nice. And some of the best hair on his head that I have seen on a human being. I'm just so jealous. His hair was so pretty. Yeah, it was very funny to have met a viewer, a watcher of my channel today. I meet people at the airport, but I rarely ever meet them at thrift stores. So while I'm on this side of town, I'm going to go check out that Goodwill that I was at yesterday on Flamingo. And then I think I'm going to hit Broadacres, which is sort of an outdoor flea market, swap meet kind of thing. Because I've seen other resellers, other YouTubers visit, and they found some really interesting, fun things. So I'm going to check it out just for a little while, walk around, maybe have some lunch. I think it costs $2 to get inside, so I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to go home and pack the items that sold last night. I still can't believe I have to tally up the numbers and figure out how much they actually spent and how much I made from those little houses. Before the video ends, I'll let you know how much I made from those little houses. I just wish I could find more. But all right, let's go check out that one more Goodwill and then on to Broadacres. All right, I don't want to be here long. I'm just hoping to find maybe one really valuable or interesting thing. And then we'll go to Broadacres. I need to eat something too. Fairly busy. I'm not grabbing a cart, because if I grab a cart, I'm not going to find anything. Those pillows are cool. Well, the shelves don't look like they've been stocked. Oh well. Let's see if I see anything. Hey guys, hi. So I left that Goodwill empty-handed for the second time in a row. So I'm going to take a break from that Goodwill. I'm also not going to go to Broadacres. I mean, if tomorrow's as nice as today is, maybe I'll do that tomorrow afternoon. But today is just, it's such a lovely day, and I've had such a nice morning. I'm going to go home, excuse me, open up the front door so the cats can enjoy some fresh air. I'm going to make myself some lunch, and then I'm going to get to packing those little houses that I sold last night early this morning. I'm going to pack them up in the order they were purchased. The buyer bought like 3 at one time and then 4 at another time. I'm going to box them up as they were purchased so that the tracking number, tracking information is correct with each of those. I was going to pack them all in one box, which is probably easier, but I think the right thing to do is to do what I've decided. Before I end this video, in just a few moments of your time, I'm going to do a little math once I get to the house and let you know how much I earned from those little houses that I bought just yesterday. All right, and so wait for that. I'll see you in a second. Hello, Eleanor. Hi, sweetheart. Yes, I have the camera set on some cat furniture. Hello there. Hi, welcome home. Eleanor is hanging out with me in the window here. Buddy is by the front door enjoying the smell of the fresh air and exhaust, the best of Las Vegas. I'm sitting here, I can't even talk. I'm sitting here doing some math, and I brought out a piece of Blenko that I want to show you as well. So I'll show you the Blenko first. This is a piece of Blenko glassware from 1953. And here it is. You can see the color. The color is called Nile. And it is, it has a Blenko mark somewhere. It's frosted. It's, you can see it right there. There's the Blenko mark. There's the pontil. This was hand blown, mouth blown. It's kind of an unusual shape. It's like a vase and a martini glass at the same time. I got this at Goodwill for probably $5, if not less. And it's a beautiful piece from 1953. I know it's from 1953 because Blenko keeps all of their catalogs available to everyone online. So if you have a piece of Blenko, can I pull something else out for you? Let me grab one more piece. This is another piece of Blenko I found maybe 2 years ago, year and a half ago. I'm not sure if I've ever showed it to you. It's from 1994. Get ready for this. Look at that. Isn't that wild? You can see it's like an amethyst purple. It is so gorgeous. This was made in 1994. And to find these pieces, and I think it's marked somewhere, to find that information, how old it is, you really have to go through all of their catalogs one by one. You can see the evolution. Where did I put that? Here. You can see the evolution where this was made in 1953, where this may have been a very contemporary shape. So I knew to look at the older catalogs. But this one you can see is a much more modern silhouette, and the finishes and textures and all that. So I knew to look in older catalogs. But 1994 and 1953. Really super cool pieces. I'm sure I could sell this. I'm not. I just think it's so pretty. Look at that. Oh my God. The other piece, that green one, I might sell it eventually, but for now I'm going to hold on to it. So the news that you were waiting for this entire time is how much money, Stephen, did you make from that $11.20 investment? I sold 9 of those pieces. There's still one left. For $611. $611, and they sold within, I don't know, an hour. So I'm kind of kicking myself that I only listed them at $59 through $99. Most of them were $59. A couple of them, 2 or 3 of them, I listed for $79, and one of them I listed for $99. I probably could have raised those prices each $10, $15 a piece, but you know what? If the lower price point made them sell like that, I'll take $600 from an $11 investment any day. Now, mind you, eBay is going to take 10 or 12% from that as a service fee, and I do have to pay taxes on this next year. So I'm not making a whole $600, but hell, if I made $500, I will take it. I will take it. All right, so there we go. That was my whole video. I know it's all over the place and it's probably way too long, but thank you very much. If you watched till the end of this video, leave a comment below. Let me know you watched the whole thing. And I'll tell you, I'll talk to you again soon, all right? Getting hungry. Bye. Fly safe.